Well, we're filming this on a Sunday morning, and in Pattaya that means it's the Pattaya City Expats Club, a place where, well, expats from all over the world can come, get information and listen to guest speakers. It's held at the Tavern by the Sea, which is part of the Amari here in North Pattaya, right opposite the beach. The club does a variety of things. As I say, it's a portal for information, whether you want to get driver's licenses, advice on your visa, but they also do excursions and trips and much, much more. The details for the club are on the screen. You can go to there and you can find out more. Or, of course, just come along any Sunday. And we will be here, as we will be most Sundays, as we interview the guest speakers. Now, the guest speaker today is my friend, colleague, Dr. Iain Corness from Bangkok Hospital, Pattaya, who's also a TV presenter, as you know, a writer, a motor racing enthusiast, and
much more than an enthusiast, Paul. Okay. That is my passion.
Your passion, and he's known to shake his stuff on the dance floor as well. But maybe we won't talk about that in this interview. Dr. Iain, great talk today to the guests and members. Now, your title was, for the talk, was Growing Old Disgracefully. What a beauty.
Well, I actually put some thought into what it would be and what we should call it. And there are so many people that get to the age of 60 and feel that that's the end, so they don't do anymore, and the end definitely comes. Whereas doing things which other people might say, well, you shouldn't be doing that at your age. Do it if you enjoy it, and to hell with it.
Well, you actually you used a little analogy about about the sex when you're young and when you're older. Okay, we won't maybe quote that one on camera. But the idea of what you was talking today about people was to create a baseline. Now, the thing that really struck me with this is that people don't want to go for checkups because if there's something wrong, they don't want to know about it.
Which is absolute stupidity. Yeah. If there's something wrong, 90% of things that are found can be corrected. So you have a good quality of life thereafter. And that's the most important thing, is the quality of life. I'd much rather have 10 years quality than 15 or 20 years with my blood sugar rampant, having a leg chopped off because of diabetes, all this sort of thing. Yeah. Find out what you want to do. Make sure that your fitness is generally good enough, and then go and do it.
Yeah, okay. Now, another thing you were saying was about people jogging. You never see a happy jogger, and people who then say, right, I'm going to get myself one of these exercise machines, and they sit there in their condo in their apartment and knocking the hell out of it, not getting anywhere, of course, and actually perhaps not doing that much for their body or maybe their brain as well.
Absolutely correct, Paul. Pedaling an exercise bicycle to nowhere is a waste of time, as well as wearing out your knee joints. What else did we mention? Jogging, yes. Have you ever seen a happy jogger? Don't do it. Don't do it. Find things to stay active that you enjoy.
Now, during the Q&A, someone said, well, what should we be doing, guys who are in their autumn years? So what was the advice you give?
Swimming. Because you're supported in the water. You're not pushing on a weight-bearing situation, wearing the joints out, because there's wear and tear. This is natural. We're not as lithe, we're not as strong as we used to be. But don't make things worse, keep things mobile. That's the answer. Okay.
One of the other key words that's in my mind is the elasticity, which actually covers many parts of the body, and that's something that degenerates as you get older.
Yes, yeah.
So, I mean, even from what? Not just from your skin, but even to you were talking about your
lens.
eyes.
Yes, the lens inside the eye, which you have to actually bend physically to be able to focus. Once it gets to the stage that you can't bend, then the focal point gets further and further away until you run out of arms.
Yeah, sure. Well, we're all there, aren't we? Yeah, okay. So what about the mental aspect? Because you talk about the physical aspect and what people perhaps shouldn't be doing and what they can do, as well as the baseline. But the mental aspect is important as well. Absolutely. As you get older, these things seem to just disappear from the mind.
Yes. I think I said in there that, my recall for a word that has disappeared is 20 minutes. Mr. Google definitely helps for things like that. But of course, that's normal. That's normal. But you've got to keep the brain active. It's got to be exercised as well. Otherwise, what's the answer, or what's the likelihood? Alzheimer's, and that's not something that you want.
You're approaching another birthday.
Yes,
and
yes.
You will be how old, sir? I
will be 73 in 2 days' time.
Well, I was out with Dr. Iain last night. We were at Mantra, and we didn't get finished till about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And this morning I got an email. I was copied in an email where he submitted his report to the editor of the Pattaya Mail. So you keep yourself active by, this is your work, it's your passion in a certain regard as well. But what about these other gentlemen, these other people that are here today? How can they keep their mind active as well?
They have to find something. Yeah. And that it could be chess, it could be photography, it could be something to do with Android.
Sure. Well, I know a lot of people that are involved in things like you say, chess or bridge or Scrabble, and indeed things like quiz nights. And these are all things that keep everything running over, right?
Yes, yes. The important message is you've got to use the brain. I don't care what you use it for, but you've got to use it. Otherwise, you will lose it.
Well, it was a full house there today, absolute capacity. I don't know if that's because you're a popular figure or the subject of what you were talking about is something that we should all take care of. I'm approaching my 50s, and I know there are certain things that I have to be watching for as well. So well done. You're a very popular guy, obviously, and great rapport with people. And it wasn't a hard sell either. I think you mentioned the hospital once. So well done, and we'll just say Bangkok Hospital Paddy again, just to get it in twice. There's many guest speakers coming up over the next few weeks and months here at the Pattaya City Expats Club, the details of which can be found on their website, on the Facebook page, and as we close we'll bring up the list of the ones that you're going to be seeing. This is Paul and Dr. Iain at the Pattaya City Expats Club at Tavern by the Sea. We shall see you again. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Lovely.